Let's get it.
Praise the Most High, family. Praise Him. It is another absolutely gorgeous day here in the Carolinas. One I'm so glad to see. I do hope everyone is well, that you're able to get out and enjoy it like I am. Getting in some fresh air, some sunshine, and hopefully some exercise, as we always love to say. I did have a grand idea to share today, and it's one of grace and peace and pride. Oh boy. Let's say pride versus grace and peace. And this idea comes from this in 2 Peter 1 and 2. Well, verse 1 and verse 2. Chapter 1 and verse 2, pardon. And it says, grace and peace be multiplied unto you, but it has stipulation on it. Through the knowledge of the Most High and Yahushua Mashiach. So that means that grace and shalom comes only through the knowledge of the Most High, through His salvation, Yahushua Mashiach. So it don't come no other way. And with that being said, this is the week of pride. Oh boy. And if we look in the text, we'll realize that the Most High hates evil. However, He loves the people. He hates the sin, but He loves people. And He's willing to give people so many opportunities to get it right. However, He's not going to back up off His word when He say the wages of sin is death. Nor is He going to allow you to change up His word and make it say something that it don't. Just like the burning and destroying of Sodom and Gomorrah. Some folks said they did that because the people didn't show hospitality. Ain't that a practical? Man, so I ain't gonna cuss. Oh boy, I ain't gonna cuss. Because they didn't show love. Oh boy. These days for not showing love. Because of His grace and mercy and the opportunity He gives to everybody. He said in the text, I wish that all will be saved.
Half a mile, make a U-turn at Tom Hunter Road.
However, He knew all wanted to be saved, even when He had that written. And pardon the GPS, family, I'm trying to speak around it. But yeah, with this being the week of pride, sin, and you can't take what the Most High mean for good and turn it around to mean evil.
Make a U-turn at Tom Hunter Road.
You can't take what the Most High mean for good and turn it around to mean evil. See, when He gave that rainbow, it was for good, but Hasatan and his imps changed it around to make it mean evil. And yes, pride is evil. It's one of the number one sins with consequences. You say, well, Robert, how is that? Simply because we saw that Satan got booted out of heaven because of his pride. He had pride in his heart, so the Most High had to give him the kick out. And Yahushua said He saw him fall like lightning. Oh boy. That's how fast He got rid of him. And see, that's how fast the Most High would get sin out of His presence. But He's so gracious for Yahushua HaMashiach to give us opportunity. See, he abhors sin. And simply because it's totally against him and what he stands for. Praise the Most High. Praise the highest. I just left a job. I had to come home and clean up. So I had sweated out my clothes, my shirt, and my t-shirt. And I felt uncomfortable going to the next job. I don't like going to my jobs like that. Praise the Most High. We were speaking on that pride thing. Pride versus grace and shalom, or grace and peace. And we were speaking on the script that says grace and peace, or grace and shalom, be multiplied to you by the knowledge of the Most High and Yahushua HaMashiach. Well, family, it is hot out here today, and I apologize for the noise with the wind. I don't like burning the air, but we're burning a little bit now. Simply because I sweat a lot and I don't like that cool air on me, that cold air on me. I like that hot, dry wind. Oh boy, there's the train. I'm tempted to go down there and wait on it today, but it's not moving. So we're gonna keep it moving. Praise the Most High. Yes, indeed. Let's look at that script while we're stuck here in traffic for a minute. Well, maybe not. But that script is 2 Peter 1 and 2. 2 Peter 1st chapter, 2nd verse. And it says, grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of the Most High and Yahushua HaMashiach. So that means that knowledge is going to bring you grace and shalom. But if you don't know no better, you're not going to do any better, right? And that script is so important because it ties 1 and 2 together to make a point that you're not going to have grace and shalom in your mess. Oh boy, it's not going to be possible. You can't do sin and expect the Most High to co-sign off of it. Oh boy. You can't do sin and expect him to give you the okay. Just like with this month of pride. Oh boy. And see, I wasn't going to say anything about this, but the Most High kept giving me a boot up the butt. So I said I'll speak on it, Abba. And how I heard somebody getting on Jakes the other day, and I'll speak on him. Because we're to hate sin and love the people. But this fellow is teaching against the Most High's word and supposed to be the great man of God. Oh boy. Then we got to say that's wrong. And that he's wrong. What the text say, cry loud and spare not. That means you're not sparing anybody or their feelings or mama and them who love Jakes. But he was saying how folks of the rainbow culture, that they're trying to change the rainbow into their own culture. He was telling them that they need to go to a church that's more appealing to them. And the fella that was getting on Jakes was saying that, said, how could you say you need to go to a church that's appealing to you? So you're actually going to the church to worship yourself, not the Most High. And one would say, no, you're not worshiping the Most High, you're worshiping, not worshiping yourself, you're worshiping God. Okay, but how is that possible when you're coming to Him or going to a church that's going to basically sign off on your sin? And the word says the wages of sin is death, but the gift of the Most High is eternal life through Yahushua HaMashiach. And do know Yahushua himself sent the fire to Sodom and Gomorrah. Yes, he did. It says the angel of the Most High. And of course, we all know by now that the angel of the Most High is Yahushua HaMashiach. And he holds the title of Yahuwah Sabaoth, the fighter. He is the Most High's salvation. So how is he our salvation? You got it through war. That's what Yahuwah Sabaoth means. The Elohim of war, or the God of war, or the God of heaven's armies. War. So this lovey-dovey, soft Jesus that we've been worshiping in the past, that's not him. See, that very image promotes this agenda that's been going on this month. That very image. Soft makeup on him, rouge, lipstick, some pictures eyeshadow. But the whole point today is we got to get out of the fake knowledge and get into the true knowledge of the Most High. See, he don't approve of pride, or I say it, gay. He don't approve of that. He made male and female only. He didn't make no other in-betweens. He didn't put no question mark on any of his creation. He looked at them all and said, this is good. That's what he signed off on. Not do what you want to do or do as you wilt. No, he gave us specific orders on how to live our lives. And when we get outside of them orders, it's called sin. See, we don't like following folks. We don't like following rules. But you follow the rules out here in these streets. If you don't follow the rules out here in these streets, what happens? You go your butt to jail. You go your butt to prison. Or you get shot. That's just the way life goes. We're always going to have rules somewhere. You don't like mom and daddy's rules, you got to leave the house. You move out. And always get the rude awakening. Uh-oh, there's rules out here in the streets. I got to pay bills out here. I didn't know I had to pay bills. I thought that was something that just was taken care of magically. Oh boy. But no, there's rules. You got to follow the rules. And praise the Most High, I'm so glad there are rules. And let me get this air off. Have mercy, family. It is a warm one today. I know I heard one of my customers say it was going to be 100, up to 100 degrees the other day. But it ended up raining most of the day that day, so I guess we're gonna get it today. Which, like I tell them all, I'll take whatever comes. I'm not picky. I've been, oh boy, tell you what I wanted. I've been out in this weather in a tobacco field, in a cucumber field, in a potato field, sweet potato field, white potato field, cornfield, bean field, basically whatever you want to call it in the country, on the farm. We done it. praise the Most High. I'm so glad I got that education under my belt. So now it's like whatever comes, and more than anything else, I'm just grateful. But yeah, we got to get out of the attitude that we can do as we wilt. And you know that's a very popular saying in the Luciferic worship. But yeah, they want to take over everything. And I'm not saying that you can't do what you want to do. You do whatever you want to do, but you got to pay for it. At the end of the day, there's repercussions for your wrong. Or should we go to call it like it is, for your sin. And the Most High says the wages of sin is death. But he made preparations for our sins or a way out. And that's Yahushua Mashiach. And see, that's the knowledge that we have here in this 2 Peter that Peter was talking about. He was like grace and peace. See, that shalom gives you the idea that everything is in line and in order and you don't have to worry. And more than anything else, you don't have no guilty feeling or guilty conscience. See, the knowledge is what sets us free. Like the text says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. And then that same text goes on to say, in my own words, it's not a lack of knowledge of coming out or being spread or being spoken. It's a lack of knowledge being accepted. The text says they don't want the knowledge, so he will forget them and their children. And that's where we find ourselves today with this Pride Month. And as we spoke on before, pride is the #1 sin. It's one of the worst sins there is. And we see that the Elohim of this world started off by saying, I will raise my throne above the Most High. And see, that's the attitude we have. Well, us as humans have. I don't have it no more. But I can do whatever I want to do, when I want to do, and how I want to do it. It don't make no difference. I'm my own ship with my own sail. I go wherever I want to go, when I please, and whatever I want to do when I get there, I'm going to do it. But at the end of the day, there's repercussions. Just like an old saying go, for every action, there's a reaction. So the point is, what kind of reaction do we want for eternity? Do we want the reaction of death? And more than anything else, as I've come to understand, do we want to be separated from the Most High? And a lot of people will hurry up and answer that question. Of course I do. I don't need him telling me what I need to do, what I got to do, when I got to do it. But see, just as I told the young lady, Miss Destiny, day before yesterday, that he's not a dictator. He gives you the free will to do whatever you want to do. You can make up your own mind. It's a free will. It's a choice. You can say, okay, Pop, I'm going to follow you because I know you love me. And I turned it back around on her. I said, okay, you're a parent. So if you have children and you see they're about to touch a hot stove, what would you do? Let them touch the hot stove? Or would you pop their hand and let them know, no, you can't do that? And by popping their hand, you let them know, okay, that's hot right there, that's fire. So if you keep doing that, I might not be here to hit your hand, but you're gonna get burnt by that fire. So she was like, yes, sir, I see that now. I see why he gives us rules. And see, a lot of times it takes us just getting quiet and being still for a minute and asking them important questions. Is this really right? Am I really supposed to be doing this with my life that the Most High gave me? He created me. Why do I feel so guilty about the lifestyle I'm in? And I was the same. I felt the same guilt. But I had to come up out of that. And praise the Most High, he delivered me from porn addiction, sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. caring what people think addiction. And the number one is pride of life, my own pride. But he delivered me from that and gave me a new outlook. And he can do the same for you today. But it all comes through the knowledge of Yahuwah and Yahushua HaMashiach. God and Jesus, his salvation for mankind. But as we said and spoke of here lately, I'm not going to say which recording, but of late we've been saying this, we have a choice. We have to choose life. We have to choose him and see, yes, in choosing life, you have to make sacrifices. You can't choose death. That's the only sacrifice. Because all this fun that we think we're enjoying is only for a season. As the text says, sin is only for a season. But what happens after that season? The death is activated. And if you wait too late, it's going to take you out. Praise the Most High. I'm going to read that one more time. Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of Yahuwah and of Yahushua HaMashiach. And I'm going to read over this one other text. I didn't know if I was going to get it in today, but we are. It's Proverbs 23:2. The father of the godly children has cause for joy. What a pleasure to have children who are wise. And see, this is speaking on the exact same thing we're talking about today. This knowledge. And see, the Most High is full of joy when he sees that his children, it says joy and pleasure when he sees his children are wise. Wise to the knowledge of who he is, the love he has for them, and the sacrifice he made in giving Yahushua HaMashiach for our sin, for our wrongdoing. And see, our ancestors and forefathers sinned against the Most High, and they died. See, just like Adam and Eve were in the garden, he said, when you eat of this, you're gonna die. Don't touch it. Don't eat it, rather. But it was hard hit and ate anyway. And what happened? Instantly. No, they didn't kick over and die instantly. They didn't stroke out and die instantly. They didn't have a heart attack and die instantly. But their Ruach died instantly. Why? Because they had disobeyed the Most High's free will command, which he gave them the right to. Pardon me. But their Ruach died, and instantly they felt that fear and that guilt for the lifestyle they was living. You say, Robert, they won't live in no lifestyle. They just ate a piece of apple. Okay. Ate a piece of fruit. Okay. Well, tell me this. Why did they want to cover their body? Oh, boy. Why do they want to cover their nakedness? Why is it sexual not orientation, but sexual innuendo in that idea? Why would they want to cover up their privates? Okay, I'm gonna let you figure that out. But that's gonna be my time. And why, if we're so proud of our sin, as this month's logo says, then why are we ashamed of it? Why do you feel the feelings that you feel when you're wrapped up in that lifestyle? And a lot of us don't feel that feeling no more because we've come to a point of what's the idea where we've had our conscience seared. I looked that up and put it in the recording. But the Most High bless us and keep us today. Keep our mind stayed on him all day, every day. As we listen to his Ruach HaKodesh, who is leading us into all truth. I love y'all so much. Stay up, keep pushing forward in the right direction. And just like I tell folks from time to time. Be good, at least try.